What's going on YouTube? This is the, not 100%, but I guess like the quote-unquote harem run for My Bully Is My Lover. As you can see on the screen, this is for Chapter 2, Episode 1. So let's just jump into it here. If you haven't seen any of my other walkthrough episodes, I just show you nothing but the options, and that is it. It's not really to spoil too much. So if you need help with the game, this is the video for you. So let's hit that start. Let's get to the first choice, and let's make our way through it. We're at our first choice here, and we want to help her. The girls are at the door, and we want to let them in. If you choose close the door, it gives you a bad ending. So you don't really want to do that unless you want to see that ending. Then you can click that one. But to progress, we want to hit let them in. I'm having to blank this one out because of the scene it's in. But yeah, when asked by Sky, you want to accept her feelings. Your next option should be to talk to her. Gwen is offering you a drink and you want to say, sure. The next option here for yes or no, it doesn't actually matter. Talking with Sky, if you thank her or rush, we are going to thank her. We missed our chance to coach her and we are going to apologize. Tutoring Lily, do it now. When it comes to a deep or short breath, it doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. She is upset and you want to comfort her. Talking with Sky, you want to tell her to celebrate. For your first choice in Chapter 2, you want to enter. Next up, you want to pay Lily a visit. For once you enter the restaurant here, your first options are actually ones you want to go with. Either greet her back or give her a handshake. Either of these two will do the same thing. Doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to choose. Just don't pick this one. One of the top two. When asked for a hug, you want to hug her back. When you have to choose a side, you want to agree with both. When she thanks you, you want to say you're welcome. When given the option to reject or pat her head, it doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. When given the option to compliment, you want to compliment them both. Still in that same conversation, I will. Talking to Lily on the phone, you want to be positive. Talking to Gwen, you want to thank her for the heads up. All right, Sky is doing some modeling for you. And the first one is, it looks good on you. Second outfit, you look hot. And then when you choose which one you like, you want to choose the first one. With Sky talking about height, you want to choose, it doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter. Height doesn't matter, or you look cute. I usually just pick you look cute, but it doesn't actually matter for points. Again, I can't show it because of the situation they're in. But when asked to pursue your feelings or deny her, you want to pursue your feelings. We're in Chapter 3 now, and our first option here, we want to compliment Emma. Later in the conversation, you can ask or end the conversation. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Not that long after, just go or thank her. You want to thank her. All right, talking with Clara, you want, that's great news. Talking to Sky, you want to reassure her. With Gwen going outside, you want to talk to her. After a bit of a talk, you want to hug her. Running into her early in the morning, invite her to breakfast. While you're eating, you want to talk to her. When asked about crying, it doesn't matter. Admit it or deny it, it's up to you. So we meet Naomi. You want to give her a handshake. When you're sitting on the bed thinking, you want to think harder. When asked about a ride, you want to accept. Riding with Naomi, this first choice here, it suits you or you look better. It doesn't actually matter. Whichever one you want. Okay, so you got the ask questions or end a conversation here as your next one. So we hit ask questions and then ask about her job or ask yourself. You want to do both, job and then herself. In the restaurant with Jess, if she asks if you think you can do it, you want to do positive or negative. It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. Talking to the girls, you want to remind them. When Lily slips, it doesn't matter. You can catch her, don't do it. It's up to you. Going over their performances, you want to hit good job. And then for the next one, good job again. When Emma asks about her appearance, tell her that you look good. When you're doing a little shop in there, you want to buy Gwen wine. Talking with Gwen, you want to agree. You're in bed with Gwen, and you want to let her continue. We're in the chapter 4, and our first option is to thank her. Next, you want to thank Naomi. All right, we're back here with Gwen again, and you want to talk to her. When asked how she did, you want to say beautiful. When she asks you to go with her to meet the father, you want to go with her. You're still with Gwen, and you want to kiss her back. All right, you're out with Gwen and her dad, and you want to introduce yourself. Sitting at the table with them, you want to formally ask her out. Obviously can't show it because of the nature of the scene, but when asked either I like you too or say nothing, you want to say I like you too. There are 0 options in chapter 5, which is kind of weird, but now we're in chapter 6 and we want to make Emma smile. Later in the conversation, you have choices, nothing like that, or well, it doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. Still with Emma, and you want to go with greet her. In the restaurant with Freya, I like it. Given the option to check her out or not, you want to check her out. We're with Naomi, and you want to take it. All right, next option here with Gwen, kiss her or leave her be. It doesn't actually matter. You can pick whichever one you want. Looking at Freya's selfies and stuff, give it a like. On the phone with Freya, I'm starting to like. Talking about PCs and stuff, you want to help her now. When it comes to the money portion, it doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. Here with Gwen, I miss you or not so much. It doesn't matter. You can actually pick whichever one you want. And another illicit one, so I can't actually show it. But your options, thank you for the breakfast or let's eat breakfast. You want to pick thank you for the breakfast. Talking to Freya, you want to compliment her pictures. Back at breakfast with her again. You have the option to give her a head pat or do it later. Just give her a head pat. Our first choice of chapter 7. And with Moon here, you want to, all right. And our first choice of chapter 7, you want to say thanks to Moon. We're here with Hera, and we want to think logically. With Hera coming at you, you want to let her slap you. In the backseat of the car, you want to ask, are you jealous? When asked if you want Moon's lollipop, you want to take it. All right, this next choice, we want to take her to your room. Another lewd scene, so I obviously can't show it, but given the option to tell her to say it or don't force her, tell her to say it. All right, this next choice is the biggest choice you make in this game. Pursue your promise or stand for the current situation. Now, this is where your ending splits. If you choose pursue your promise, that will start the Emma solo path. So you'll have one ending with her, and I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't played it yet. Everything that happens with that, the basically kissing goodbye to everybody. This is you, Emma, and her story from there on. If you choose stand for the current situation, you do not go down path. You go for the other ending, which is the family clan ending. So that's the one I am going to pick for this particular walkthrough, just because I chose the other way for my Let's Play. So if you want to see what happens and the options I picked going forward after that, you can watch my Let's Play. But for this walkthrough, I'm going to pick stand for the current situation. Your next option after choosing to go with the clan and stuff is to make it official. Next up, you want to tease her. And your next option is mesmerizing. Chilling on the beach, tell her you're welcome. With Freya here on the water, you want to squeeze her butt. Choosing between Sky, Freya, and I Can't Choose. Yeah, pick I Can't Choose. It gives you points in both of them. You're playing around with Freya, and you can say, two can play at that game. Your next option, looking over the sunset, till death do us part. Your first choice of Chapter 1, Episode 1, Part 2 would be to talk to her. Talking about dancing with Clara, and is that even a thing? Outside with Sky, you want to invite her to sit down. Back in the restaurant with Lily, and you want to back her up. Outside with Freya, and you want to compliment her hair. Your next option, offer to pick her up later or don't mention it, it doesn't matter. You pick whichever you want. When she says, try me, it doesn't matter. You can accept her offer or you can just rest. It's up to you. For your first choice of Chapter 1, Episode 2, you have Active Fusion, Outsmart him, or be aggressive. It doesn't really matter. You can pick which one you want. Talking with Moon here. You want to say, I'm not that weak. Alright, your first option after the dirty scene, because I'm not going to touch that one, is talk to her. Still talking to Clara here. You want to say, how about? And the next choice, you want to say, it's perfect. With Naomi here, you want to walk her out. Out with Clara here, and you want to reassure her. Alright, I don't know if I can really show this one, so I may black it out. But the option between kiss her goodnight and try to cop a feel, you want to kiss her goodnight. For your next option, you don't want to meddle with them. When it says something with the boyfriend there, you want to say, good evening. And the next step is to offer a seat. So she asked you, what do you say? Are you up for it? Is either not today or let's explore. It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever your heart desires. For your next option, you want to pick no. Unfortunately, this is a lewd scene, so I can't show it, but you want to pick the option to let her keep going. And for your next option, you want to watch Freya's stream. Your next option, after that giant mess that just happened, compliment her. For your next option, you want to pick satisfy your curiosity. When saying what kind of car it is, the Dodge Challenger or Sartee Demon. Still in that conversation, tell her to crank it up. Got that car all revved up? I could is the next option. Hanging out with Amy here, you want to attempt to lighten her mood. Still in that conversation, you want to suggest a plan. Talking to Moon, you want to hold her hand. Hanging out here with Sky, we want to relieve your stress with Sky. In the car, you want to say it's not an issue. Sitting here talking to Moon, and by the way, there's huge gaps between these choices. I think so. Looks like we have a big option here. Push your beliefs on her or let her decide on her own. One of them, a future character lives. One of them, a future character dies. So let's push your beliefs on her for this one. I would definitely put a save in there and try both options. The next option, which is pretty far down the road, something more beautiful or I agree. It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. Just kidding. There's still more. And actually this version here even looks a little bit better. But our first choice of this version, we want to just the sweetest little angel. For our next choice, I'd prefer you cooter or I can't imagine. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Back with Gwen here. We want to pick Cheese It Out. Alright, we're here with Clara again, and we want to pick I'd rather spend time with you. We're with Emma here, and we want to slap her booty. And that last choice was the last choice of the game. For this current version, at least. Hope you all enjoyed the game. Definitely go support the developer. They definitely deserve it. The graphic increase in that last version was absolutely awesome compared to the original stuff. Much, much better. It looks so good. Again, thank you for watching. Catch you all in the next one.